snowmaker here, though we did get several inches of snow reported with this one. A tough one to measure out there. Fargo-Moorhead, we had as much as 3.3 inches of snow reported. Grand Forks, 4.5 inches from one area in the Grand Forks, East Grand Forks region. Our highest report comes from the Solway area, 6 inches, a half foot of snow there. Elmora, Alvarado, Nimrod, and the Pembina areas in that 4.5 to 5 inch range. Walhalla is also in that 4.5 inch range, and Twin Valley and Breckenridge just under 4 inches of snow. So those are some of our highest reports. And as you can see, it's scattered around the valley from Walhalla all the way back over to Elmora. So again, conditions are going to be more on the windy side. It's going to kick around that snow continuing into this afternoon. You see that wind here on our Dakota Magic Casino sky cam. And there's snow that was already on the ground that wind is also working with and whipping up. So that's our problem at this point in time. We still have that strong wind, visibility keeping our view down. If you've been keeping an eye on our sky cams, you know that we normally can see traffic on I-29 in that view and can't see it there. The snow has ended. It's really just the snow that's fallen that is getting whipped around. We've got that snow that's moved on now over toward Duluth and Minneapolis area and beyond into Wisconsin. So now we're looking at kind of ground drifting happening, and our visibilities that have been less than a mile all morning long and continuing on into this afternoon. We've got a lot of places on that low end. Grafton, Grand Forks, Crookston, a quarter-mile visibility in those locations. At times, we've had 0 visibility at Crookston, and in Wahpeton, several reports from different communities in the valley of blizzard conditions. So certainly did get that blizzard, not in every location, but in some spots we were seeing it and experiencing it. And of course, the wind still on the strong side. We've got steady speeds in the teens and 20s and even 30s. Gusts still quite strong in the southern valley, a 44-mile-per-hour gust in Fergus Falls, 41 in Sisseton. Fargo's at 37 and 35 in Grand Forks. Those are our lowest wind gusts we've seen since early this morning. So I'm hoping that trend will continue. But that wind coming in right out of the north. So it's that Arctic air rushing back in, and we're looking at temperatures that are dipping below 0, hanging on to 1 above in Wadena, but certainly much lower than that up north. We're at 13 below in Langdon, 10 below your temperature in Grand Forks, and 8 below in Fargo. And we have to watch out for those wind chills. We've already been seeing them down into the 30s and even 40 below at times. And Crookston's one of those places that has hit 40 below. A reminder, frostbite can set in a matter of minutes at these numbers. So make sure you are prepared. If you need to hit the road today, have that survival kit with you. Make sure that you are bundling up yet again here and covering up here for today. Here's a look at what we can expect. Conditions will slightly improve this afternoon, but it's going to take a while. So it's going to look a lot like we did earlier this morning for another couple of hours, I would say, in some areas. And then eventually by 3 o'clock, we're starting to see that wind come down a bit more toward 30 miles per hour for your gusts, and temperatures that just continue to slide or hold steady. And then heading into tonight, the winds gusting into the 20s and wind speeds at about 5 to 15 miles per hour at that point. So it's easing up, but still enough to cause some drifting for the evening drive and into the late night hours. And on top of that, we're bringing down those wind chills. We're continuing to see them climb, or drop rather, as we head into tomorrow morning with clearing skies. So starting off your Thursday on a frigid note, teens to 20s below 0, wind chills 30s to 40s below. A quick look at your planner for Thursday. It's going to be a cold day all day long. Here's a look at our high temperatures. Double digits below 0, wind chills that are in that dangerous range, and that carries on into Thursday night. We're looking at a very cold Thursday night and into early Friday. So first alert weather days today for the snow that we had early on, the wind that we continue to deal with, and the cold that's coming in. And then Thursday and Friday, we still have that Arctic air hanging around. Our next chance for snow Friday, I would say more afternoon and evening. The best chance right now is in the Northern Valley, a couple of inches of snow possible. But really, the cold will be the story coming up for the rest of the week and next week. But, you know, right now, we're still in the thick of things. We still have conditions that where visibility is, you know, down to just feet in front of you. 19th Avenue North closed. They mentioned 25 feet visibility there. Some of our DOT cams just looking pretty tough still.
And that's what my drive to work was like today. And
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you probably dealt with the same thing.
Yeah, especially in those open areas, that's where you're going to run into the most trouble. But there's also the drifting that's happening too, that's blocking our paths.
We'll make sure that we keep you updated. Keep watching Valley News Live here, and you can also get the weather app.
Yep, we're updating you all day long on the app on conditions and letting you know when to expect the improvements coming our way too.
Thanks so much, Lisa.
Hey everybody, have you noticed that there